Good morning or good afternoon once again. Thank you for holding on. We will be starting right now. And I would like to welcome everyone to this webinar, which is the launch of the Dukia new improved gold and other precious metals trading platform. We'll be having presentations and a presentation, and there'll be demonstration on how to use the platform. And my name is Bose Owolabi. I'm the Managing Director of Dukia Gold. I have with me today my chairman, Mr. Tunde Fagbemi, who will start the discussions. And then I also have Emmanuel Nwaka and Chisom and Emmanuel also. So we'll have a number of people who will take us through the use of the platform also. Thank you, everyone. I would like to hand over to Mr. Tunde Fagbemi for the opening remarks and the introduction, and then we would have Emmanuel who will take us through the presentation thereafter. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for holding on. Thanks. Chairman, over to you, sir. And sorry, just before he joins, I can see some people, I can see multiple registrations. If you could just change to your own name, that would be fine.
All right, thank you so much, the Managing Director, Mrs. Bose Owolabi, for that welcome address. We are waiting for the chairman of Dukia Gold, Mr. Tunde Fagbemi, to usher us into the presentation while we take up different platforms to use. Thank you, everyone. Please, you can invite your friends and your family to actually join in the presentation. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to all our stakeholders, our friends, especially our clients and investors in precious metals. It's indeed a rare honor and privilege for me to basically welcome you to a two-in-one opportunity for all of us. It's Christmas and it's the season for gifting, is the reason for showing your love and how important that person has been to you over the last 365 days or more. Therefore, on behalf of all of us from Dukia Gold, we want to say compliments of the season, and indeed we want to welcome you once again to our regular briefing on and what it's doing in terms of protecting your wealth, of course, ensuring that your wealth makes sense. In addition to educating, informing, communicating with you on what's going on around gold, it's imperative that I also mention the fact that we have listened very hard and very attentively to all our customers. And we have made sure now that we have worked very hard to improve the trading platform. We've made it more customer friendly. We have addressed the user interface. We have brought on more features. And at this meeting, We'll show you the features that have been fully enabled. We'll also show you some of the features that will be enabled by the first grace of God in the Q1, Q2 of 2025. And therefore, we look forward really to a double program. And the first part of the program, of course, is to quickly give you an update about gold. Emmanuel will do that. And also, we then look forward to the main reason why we're here, which is it's obvious now every Nigerian must buy gold. If you don't buy gold, you will have yourself to blame at the end of another 365 years. Our job is to inform you, show you the reason why gold has become too important for every Nigerian to put in his investment portfolio. Just this ending year, anyone who had bought 1 ounce of gold and had kept it for the year would have had an increase or a return in excess of 140%. Whatever you say, the stock exchange hasn't done that. Whatever you say, there's been no interest from any bank hand or paid by PiggyVest or whoever it is that would say that it gave you 140% return. And therefore, we believe that once again, gold will outperform the market in Nigeria in the next 365 days. And we will therefore urge you to please try to protect your wealth a great deal in the next 365 days and beyond. Gold is important for the storage, for the safeguarding, and the protection of your wealth. And hopefully, if you do that with gold, what Dukia Gold stands for is that as a mines to market and full service bullion merchant, we'll try and simplify how you can acquire gold to be able to complement your assets. And in doing that, I mean, we would need to necessarily remind you that some of the statements we're going to make here will be forward-looking and would, of course, require that you always consult your financial advisor, stockbroker, and banker before you make any investment purchase or portfolio into your portfolio. But we and I can speak, because I'm a chartered accountant in my own right, that I believe that I can strongly advise any client of mine today to do just one thing, include at least as to 30% of his portfolio, make sure that it's in gold and tradable precious metals. It's my joy to introduce myself. That should not be difficult. You've already heard the voice of the managing director, Bosse, good afternoon once again. And Paul Beasley is also here, and quite a few of our non-executive and financial board members. Basically, therefore, we say to you, welcome once again to Dukia Gold. In doing this welcome address, I'll hand over to the managing director just to do a 2-minute talk, and then we can get back to the matter. MD, please.
Good afternoon once again, and thank you for the introduction, Chairman. I think I would just like to add a few words, which is gold is something that predates, is a commodity that predates a lot of us. It's been an investment vehicle, and it's been a store of wealth. It's been a good hedge against inflation. It's been a lot of things to many people, many countries, many central banks, individuals, corporates. And our job at Dukia Gold is trying to get this to be gold to be in the hands of Nigerians also, so that we become conscious of it. And as the federal government begins to focus more on the solid mineral sector, gold is one of the critical minerals that have been identified that is expected to help Nigeria get out of the situation we are in. So we are beginning to see people going into gold, mining of gold. So gold is being exported from Nigeria. And what we are also saying, amongst other benefits, is let Nigerians also be a part of it. And when we say Nigerians, both Nigerians that are in Nigeria and the ones that are in diaspora, let us develop the savings culture. Let us save in gold and secure our future. That is the story we are trying to sell. And we hope that our presentation will give you more insights into how this can be achieved. This platform has come again as a result of the feedback that we've gotten from the customers, and we hope that this will be more customer friendly, and we will still ask that you try your hands on it and you give us a feedback. So it's our focus to always make you get the best and take whatever technology is, what it can do. We would always look for those opportunities that makes you invest and trade easily. So we would also, as part of this session or post this session, we would appreciate if we can get your feedback on what you think about the platform. Thank you, everyone. On this note, I would like to call on Emmanuel Nwaka, who will take us through the presentation. And after his presentation, we'll take the demonstrations, and then we'll have the question and answer sessions after. Thank you, everyone. Emmanuel, over to you. Oh, okay.
All right, Ma, I'll start the presentation in earnest.
While Manuel is getting ready, I just wish to remind everyone once again that the new platform, which is there, is working in everyone's best interest. And the reason why that new platform is working in everyone's best interest is, like the MD said, we have listened to you. We know that you need to buy gold. So all that we have done now is ensure that the liquidity of that gold that you buy is assured. Ensure that the credit risk and liability which you carry can be transferred from the fiat currency into a much more stable currency. If you look at the Basel I, Basel II, Basel III, under Basel III, gold and fiat currencies are equivalent, and gold continues to remain the only asset that is existing as a currency without a counterparty risk. As you know, every central bank in the world is acquiring gold. Even those that are traditionally not bought gold have bought more gold of recent. If a bank called central bank is buying gold, then it makes sense that every individual within the economy of that country, especially Nigeria, should also try to buy gold. Gold will continue to remain a scarce commodity, to continue to preserve its value over time. Gold will continue to also benefit from the diverse source of demand that is coming. As you know, gold is used in the high-tech industry. It will continue to be used in the jewelry industry. It will continue to be very useful as a reserve currency. And as you know, whether it's BRICS or the United States or Europe or wherever, or Asia, everyone is looking at gold as a store of value, especially given the great uncertainties that exist. Therefore, gold is presented, but gold that is useful in your hand in an investment portfolio is gold that truly reads as investment grade portfolio, which means it meets all of the three key attributes that is required: LBMA certification, WGC certification, and of course must be sold by somebody who can prove the provenance of the gold in your hand. Before I hand over to Emmanuel, I just want to call our kind attention to the fact that Nigeria economy struggled a lot in the year 2024. And if you compare our economy to the Egyptian economy, or perhaps to Brazil, or perhaps to India, or any other one in Africa, Nigeria's Naira went a bit south in terms of its purchase parity to the dollar. It also had its issues regarding inflation, which has consistently remained elevated at 33, 37%. And therefore, if you look at what has happened to the Naira, and you look at the way in which gold has performed, gold indeed gave to most people who invested in it, as of January this year, in excess of 144% return. Again, I repeat that it will do the same. And if it will do the same, our graph, which is what I will show you, would continue to tell you that invest in gold. Anyone who had gold in January had a piece of that chart well below 25, right? Anyone who held that same asset, same quantity, without even buying to it, simply went up to 140, 145, and occasionally went to as high as 160. No other asset in Nigeria outperformed this. Therefore, not only the gold double, its holding, it actually has increased and improved the wealth of any and everybody that has done that. Even if you claim that you like to invest in dollar by converting your Naira into dollar, if you are to look at the performance of gold in dollar or euro, and you are to look at it in terms of keeping your Naira in gold, the Nigerian Naira gold outperformed clearly the American or the euro currency. The American currency is circa 20, 25, 30% at best. Euro, of course, except of course for the British pound, did something in the region of 25 to 30 also. So we're very confident that if you wish to hedge against inflation, which is elevated around 40%, you must have an asset that is outperforming 40%. No bank pays an interest rate of 40% right now. And because no bank pays that kind of return, even if you put your money in the bank, when you go back to collect at the end of the year, it will buy less than it was able to buy on the first day of January. So if you are gifting anyone an asset for Christmas, if you are going to donate anything to a loved one at New Year, please make sure it's gold. Because in doing that, every other thing that you have is clear. Hedge, please, your portfolio against the vagaries of the uncertainty of the new world. When the American presidency changes in January, quite a few things will happen. The American economy will try to be insular. It would affect Canada. It's going to affect Germany. It's going to affect Asia. It's going to affect Brazil. It's going to affect Mexico. They will increase the volume of energy that they release to the market, whether it's petrol or gas. And what that would happen is that there will be an oversupply. If the Naira stays the way it is, based on the fact that we're pumping 1.6 million liters and trying to push it to 2 million liters, and the price stays at $74, but because the Americans pump too much, the price comes down to 50. It will mean that Nigerian Naira would need necessarily to adjust based on the fact that the economy may not be able to supply enough dollar to sustain the current rate. And therefore, we are not too comfortable with predicting the future of the Naira in exchange to the dollar. Again, if the American dollar gets stronger than it's currently at, we would need to fetch more Naira to be able to buy the dollar. It's not any fault of the federal government of Nigeria. It's just that someone in America is trying to make sure that his own currency is the strongest in the region. If the war in the Middle East escalates or the situation in Syria degenerates, there will be many consequences for shipping and shipment of goods and services around the world. They think they can solve Ukraine, but even if they don't, or they do, there will be another 10 years of trying to reconstruct an economy, both in Russia and in Ukraine. And therefore, there will be many consequences for many things. Again, I think inflation will remain fairly elevated in the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter of this coming year, 2025. Therefore, do anything you can. Hedge your currency, hedge your wealth, protect yourself against inflation, and the best hedge against inflation remains gold. I hope that you will soon visit and buy gold. Buy gold from the new platform of Dukia Gold. We've always had it as dukiapreciousmetals.co, but because we are launching a new platform today, we have only put the word new before the old one so that you can at least stay. The two platforms, I understand, will run pari passu for 6 months so that we can get a stable feedback of everyone, and then we'll switch you finally to the new platform. On behalf of all of us from Dukia Gold, I will say, Emmanuel, welcome, and I pray that you listen to him rapt and attentively so that he tells you what's happening around gold and what's happening around the currency and the economy of Nigeria. But my job is to remind you, inflation remains elevated. The naira to dollar will remain an uncertainty. The challenge of the economy of Nigeria is all going to be based on the performance of oil, the volume that we pump, and the price from the market. America will be a major game changer in the coming year. Germany is already going to be a major issue in Europe. France is still unsettled on quite a lot of fronts, and therefore it's looking a bit dicey for the euro. It's looking very dicey for the dollar. The Canadians will feel the effect. The Mexicans will feel the effect. The reverberations of it would, of course, reach Africa. Once again, protect yourself. Buy the very best. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. And I beg you, please don't buy Coca-Cola. Buy gold and give to your friends. Don't buy rice. Buy gold and give to your friends and family. Don't buy anything for yourself, but please buy gold for yourself this Christmas. Wish you a very Merry Christmas. Emmanuel.
Thank you so much, Chairman of Dukia Gold, for that innovative presentation. And thank you so much, Managing Director, for that opening remark. From what we have been saying for the past 30 to 40 minutes, Dukia Gold has actually made it possible for you to actually buy, sell, and invest in gold using a new platform. And before that, we've been advocating about the importance of gold as an investment asset, how gold can hedge you against inflation, how gold is the best bet than Bitcoin, how gold is giving far more returns than stocks. And we've been doing this for over a while, and we are glad to present to you a new and improved platform where you can actually buy, sell, and invest in gold for you and your family. Now, before the new platform takes place, I just want to give you a quick overview of what gold is, because before, when people said, oh, I have gold, many people actually think of it as a gold jewelry, a gold watch, a gold chain, or a gold necklace. But what we are advocating is not gold as a form of jewelry. It's gold as a form of investment asset where you can actually hedge your value and protect yourself and your wealth in gold. We've already talked about hedge against inflation. The next possible way for gold to actually help you and your future is its power, its ability to preserve purchasing power. Because gold is very scarce and it cannot be manipulated or printed like paper money, it's a timeless store of value. It provides stability during economic uncertainty and protects your long-term wealth. Gold cannot be printed. The central bank cannot just wake up and start printing gold immediately. It has to be mined, processed, refined, and then vaulted. And because of this long process to actually make gold come into power, it retains its actual value, unlike fiat currency, your naira, your dollar, and what have you. The next is portfolio diversification. Gold acts as a risk buffer, helping to protect your wealth when other investments struggle. If you can see the real estate market crashing, you can see bonds coming down, you can see Bitcoin and other stocks. Gold has an ability to protect and hedge your portfolio against other asset classes. Now, if you look at the previous chart, which our chairman actually illustrated, you can see that it was all moving in an upward direction. This shows that gold is not correlated with other investment assets. While other investments are going down, gold will readily and rapidly keep going up. The next is liquidity and portability. Now, gold is universally recognized and valued, making it easy to buy or sell almost anywhere in the world. If I carry 1 gram of authentic gold in Nigeria, it's still the same 1 gram in Switzerland. It's still the same 1 gram in UK. Still the same 1 gram in the United States. Still the same 1 gram in Mexico, in Brazil, in Argentina. It's still the same 1 gram all over the world. You don't have to start worrying about, okay, how much do I need to convert gold in each particular currency? You don't have to worry about exchange rates when you're carrying gold. If you can go to Dubai and you have your gold on, you can actually trade it and get the equivalent value of the currency wherever you are in the world. You can still come back to Nigeria and you still get the equivalent value. Gold doesn't debate with the exchange rate that fluctuates up and down. It's very liquid and it's very portable. The next is gold has the form of tangible asset with no counterparty risks, which our chairman discussed in detail. According to the World Gold Council, gold is a crisis hedge, has a solid history, and it's driven by lack of credit risk and negative correlation to risk assets. It's not debatable by any central bank or institution. No central bank governor needs to sign upon a gold to make sure that it's authentic. It's not able to be printed in vast. It's a very tangible asset that it's universally recognized and it's not privy to a management team. In summary, what we have actually made you to understand of why you need to invest in gold is because of its performance, its ability to balance your portfolio, its hedge against inflation, its ability to make as a safe haven asset, and finally, its use as a private wealth, meaning that instead of giving your children and grandchildren currency or naira, you can actually give them gold. So it makes sure that you protect your wealth for generations to come. And we are actually advocating to you that this festive season is Christmas, and many of you will actually be reuniting with your families. Give them a gift of wealth. Give them an investment that can actually preserve its value. Don't give them Coca-Cola or rice. Give them gold. Because we know that next year, based on the charts, based on our analysis, we have actually shown you that gold are actually performed better than other investment classes. This year alone, gold did 144%. But we can actually show you that no stock, no asset can actually beat that percentage currently in Nigeria. And why are we advocating this? Who is Dukia Gold to make sure that, who is Dukia Gold and what track record do we have to actually make sure that you invest with us? Are we actually valuable? Are we actually credible? And I will just give you a brief information of who we are. Now, Dukia Gold is a leading gold and precious metals reformer in Nigeria and West Africa, offering full-service bullion solutions. That means we specialize in every form of the precious metal supply chain, be it exploration and mining, be it refining, be it vaulting, be it bullion merchants, and be it transporting to you. So we play in every role, and we serve a diverse client base, including high net worth individuals, corporate investors, banks, and financial institutions. So if you want to still buy, sell gold, we are involved in every part of that process. And we didn't start today. Our track record actually precedes us, as we have been featured on Business Day, Guardian, Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, The Independent News, All Africa, Business AM, SEC, Market First Africa, and so much more. Our track record actually precedes us to show that we can actually leverage gold. And what is our vision? Our vision is actually to be the gold standard across the gold value chain in Africa. And as an LBMA accredited processor and the largest exporter of gold and other precious metals, we actually need to show that we are an LBMA compliant standard. And what is the LBMA? The LBMA's main role is the voice of precious metals. It's actually a standard. The way the CBN is to the Naira, that's what the LBMA is to gold. And it's an institution that sets the standards for all precious metals in Nigeria. And by complying with the LBMA standard through its rigorous sourcing practices, its auditing, its transparent transactions, we actually make our partners, our investors, and you to be rest assured that your gold is not going to be manipulated or displaced or in unsafe hands. By following the standards of the LBMA, we are giving you confidence that every time you invest with us, every time you invest in gold through our platform, your gold is very, very safe and secure. Now, this is the new and improved Dukia Precious Metals trading platform, new.dukiapreciousmetals.co. It will be in the chat where you can actually advocate it. And you can say, okay, what's new about the new platform? We have an enhanced security. including two-factor authentication to protect your data privacy. They have improved customer support now, where you can get easy access through email and phone for a seamless customer experience. You have flexible payment methods. Those of you who had issues in the previous platform with paying either via bank or either via app, we've solved this with this new platform. So you can pay through a variety of methods, from Paystack to Flutterwave, or even through bank transfer, whichever one you prefer. Now, from previous complaints, they were saying that our website was tilting towards different mobile experience. And this new platform is not the same. We have actually optimized the new platform to give you a smooth and easy experience on any device, be it on your iPad, be it on your tablet, be it on your mobile phone, and be it on your laptop. And we improved our user-friendly interface to show where you can see the price of gold, to see different charts of gold, to know how gold was performing 5 years, 10 years, and other years back. You can actually see it within this new platform. And one key indicator of this new platform is the ability to gift gold. So if you register on this new platform today, you can actually be able to gift gold to your friends and to your family using our share buttons. So the website is actually new.dukiapreciousmetals.co. And in wrapping up 2024, we actually want to show you how important it is for you to actually invest in gold. Secure your financial goals. The year is wrapping up and people will be actually doing their evaluation. In terms of your finances, you need to actually hedge your assets and making sure that you invest in gold using our platform. In conclusion, owning gold is an essential portfolio protection strategy that provides long-term diversification benefits. Gold has served as a key insurance policy against inflation, financial downturns, economic uncertainties, and geopolitical tensions. And with Dukia Gold, it's easy to get started and own gold. Buying, selling, and investing in gold has never been secure, easy, and transparent. And Dukia Gold has been a go-to product provider for all gold and precious metals in Nigeria. Most importantly, we want to show you that there is a risk factor to owning gold. And even though we are advocating for you to buy gold and use our platforms, wherever platform you want to use, you should actually make sure that they are approved and have an office in Nigeria with a valid MSMD license. That's the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, and they are compliant with World Gold Standard. So this compliance actually makes sure that every investment you make in gold and every platform you use is secure and you can actually get back your value. And by complying with the LBMA standards, the WGC standards, and all the standards recognized by the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development, Dukia Gold has actually made the best and most trustworthy bullion merchant in Nigeria. Thank you so much for staying into the platform. We'll head over to the live demo of the Dukia Gold platform and show you quick demonstrations of how you can actually use gold and benefit in gold. Thank you so much, Chairman, and thank you so much, MD. I'll hand over to Chisom to make the continuing presentation.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Once again, our joy is to continue to inform, to continue to educate, and continue to communicate with everyone in Nigeria, across the world, about how beneficial it is to buy gold. Dukia Gold holds this IEC workshop, this webinar, every month, free of charge to everyone. No one pays for this, and nobody should be charged to get informed or educated. We only send out what they call an invite, and if you register for that invite, no cash, no money is paid by you to be able to attend. Attendance is free. Joining our platform for education is part of our corporate social responsibility and part of our own ESG program. And therefore, when I notice that someone called Grace or Ibrahim or whatever thinks that they should pay for coming to listen or get informed or educated, that can't be true. And if it is true on your side, you didn't get an official invite, please trace back to whoever did that to you. We will join you in tracking and tracing whoever did it. But once again, I want to thank everyone who has regularly attended and those who are attending for the first time. everything we do in terms of information, education, communication, and training is done pro bono, is done free of cost to you, because we are committed to educating Nigerians on why the need to invest in gold, on why the need to protect your asset, and why it is important to protect your wealth using gold assets as part of your investment portfolio. Having said that, I think it's imperative that we get Chisom to show you also how to use the new improved platform. I'm grateful that that platform is far more safer than the original version that we had. It's far more customer and user friendly. And therefore, it will be important for me and you to quietly listen to Chisom and get Chisom to bring up our page and introduce the new improved platform. But once again, like I said to you, everyone who has paid any sum to anyone should please make sure that we get to know the name of the person they paid for in terms of trying to attend the seminar. We will work, and you know we do work with the EFCC because we are AML and SCUMO compliant, and therefore we would then go forward. So on behalf of all of us, I want to say thank you for what you have done in attending, and I wish everyone every success as we both move forward to the next phase. Over to you, Chisom.
Everyone. My name is Chisom. I'm a software developer here in Dukia Gold. So I will be putting us through how the new platform works, as well as the new features that we've introduced. Okay, so the link to our new platform is new.dukiapreciousmetals.co. So this is a new platform. You can see this is the landing page. Here you can get all the information you need about our trusted partners, Filoro, Brinks, Bed & Co, Paythrough. Here is a short YouTube video of our chairman talking about Dukia Gold. Here you see the live gold price across time. So when you click on 10 minutes, you see the gold price, the last 10 minutes, in the last 1 hour, in the last 6 hours, and so on and so forth. Okay, so moving on, here we have the pool allocated calculator. So in a situation whereby you want to know how much gold is worth, it's equivalent in Naira. So maybe you want to start from 5,000 Naira. You see its equivalent in grams. So currently at this moment, 5,000 Naira gold is worth 0.024 grams. You can keep checking for other, any amount you get its equivalent in grams. Here we are introducing the different types of gold we sell. We have the gold bars, it's called the discrete bars coins. And then we have the pool allocated gold, otherwise called the fractional gold. So moving on, we are introducing our card. And then here you see other different features we offer. You can buy a wide selection of our gold. You can own. You can track. So you can track using our website. So you can see how your gold is doing over time. And then you can sell, and your money will be credited back to you in your bank account. Here we are introducing the asset exchange. And then here we also have the auto save. In other words, called the direct debit. So here you turn an auto save where you be debited monthly for a duration of time. And every month when you are debited, the money will be used to purchase gold on your behalf. So we use our partner Paythrough, Paystack and Paythrough for this auto save. So here you see why choose us. And then the different newspapers will be featured in. Then our customer reviews and frequently asked questions. Okay, so now we've gone through the landing page, we can move on to registration and login. Here you click on register to register, you select account. You either want to register into an individual account, a joint account, or a corporate account. So when you click on the individual account, you register, input all the necessary details, and then you have your account. So let's just proceed to login. So, okay. So this is our dashboard. Currently you are seeing the asset worth in dollars and your gold, available gold balance, what you have is showing here. Now these are other metals, but they are not yet available. So here you see your account balance, your cash account, which currently in this account is 0.00, you have no cash. And then to fund your account, you proceed to fund the account. First off, so let's proceed to fund accounts. Want to fund our account now 20,000 naira. So pay with Paystack. So first of all, I need to make sure you note that you cannot fund your account with anything less than 5,000 naira. It's from 5,000 and above. So let's proceed with Paystack. Now we are being redirected to Paystack to complete this transaction. So we'll be using the transfer. So do the bank transfer and then we'll proceed. So once you've done the transaction, you can click on the transfer is on its way. Okay, Paystack successful. So Paystack has confirmed our transaction and we are being redirected to our platform. So proceed to login. So now we are logged in. As you can see, your cash account has been credited with 20,000 naira. Okay, now we are going to proceed to buy. So want to buy a pool allocated gold. So allocated gold worth of 20,000 naira. So now you're seeing its equivalent in gold. So to that 20,000 naira, what 20,000 naira gold is worth 0.096 grams. So we click on buy gold. Is sure to continue with the payment of 20,000 naira. Confirm. Order successful. Your order created successfully. So it's just as simple as that. You've already purchased your gold. So, okay, now moving on. The next feature we would like to show you. Okay, if you look down here, you would see your transaction history. First of all, we made a deposit of 20,000 naira, and then we purchased gold of 0.0960 grams. So you can see the whole thing is very transparent. So moving on to the next feature, we'll move on to sell. So since we've got gold worth of 20,000 naira, now we want to sell a gold worth of 10,000 naira. So I would like us all to note that you cannot sell gold worth less than 10,000 naira on the platform. It has to be 10,000 naira and above. So let's proceed. You are seeing its worth. So considering the way the whole market works, so proceeding to sell. So we introduced this new feature for maximum security, where you have to impute a transaction code to do a sell. So this is a situation whereby there is any issue, nobody can log into your account and just sell your gold without your knowledge. So here you have to set a transaction code in your profile. So whenever you try to do a sell or a gift, you will be asked to impute some of the missing digits of your transaction code. So let's say this transaction code now it's a 10 character code. So you're asked to impute the third, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh characters. So whatever you do, make sure you do not forget or lose your transaction code. So impute our transaction code. Transaction successful. Now you successfully sold your gold. So if you see here, your balance has been deducted, your asset worth has reduced. So automatically, the 10,000 worth of gold that you sold has been sent to your bank account. It's as simple as that. We try to make it as short as possible and as straightforward as possible. Now, another feature we'd like to introduce, this is a new feature that we're introducing. It's called the gold gifting. Here you are able to gift gold to your loved ones, your friends, your family. So instead of gifting them, as my colleague said, gifting them coke and rice, you can give them something that would be like a lifetime investment for them. So that's why we introduced this feature. So click on start gifting. So if the person you want to gift, the recipient, is already registered on the platform, you can just impute their Dukia Gold account number and continue. But if they're not, or if you don't know a Dukia Gold account number, but you know their email, you can impute their email. Just click here, select email, and impute their email. So we also made provision for people that are not yet registered on the platform. So maybe you want to gift gold to your dad and you know he's not registered on the Dukia Gold platform. You can just impute his email. So let's just do that, impute his email. I'm just going to impute my own email. So you want to gift gold to this person. You can also add beneficiary if you want. If you add beneficiary, then you see them as also beneficiaries here. So the next time you want to give them, you don't have to start imputing a lot. You just select from the beneficiaries. So when you impute the person's name, you impute the quantity of gold you want to give them. So it's up to you. So maybe you want to, let's say we want to go with 1 gram of gold. Let's say you want to give them let's say you want to give 1 gram of gold or maybe 2 grams of gold. You now add okay, I cannot give, as you can see, I'm getting an insufficient balance. Transferable balance is 0.0422 grams. So automatically the system has checked. I'm trying to give somebody 2 grams of gold, but I don't even have up to 2 grams of gold. So automatically I get an insufficient balance message. So I'm seeing the amount I can only gift. So we go back. So now I want to give like 0.3 grams. Still not working because when you try to gift gold, you will be charged a certain amount. We charged a certain amount. So by the time the system calculates all this and it doesn't work, then I'm sorry, you cannot proceed with the gifting. So you are seeing here that we are trying to be as transparent as possible. Here you see the fee that you'll be charged and the total amount of gold you'll be charged. So proceeding, let's say we want to gift this as a Christmas present. Now you click on gift, confirm. Again, you are asked to input your some of the missing characters of your transaction code. Transaction successful. So whoever was gifted this gold automatically receives an email to log in if you're already registered on the platform, to log in and claim your gold, or to register on the platform to claim your gold. So as you can see, our balance has been updated. And yeah, this is the gold gifting feature. Now we move on to the, I would show you the email that was received for this particular transaction. Okay, so this is it. Hello, Chisomoko, you received a gold gift from Ayola Fagbemi. You've seen it highlighted the amount of gold. And yes, log into your dashboard to view and manage your gold gifts. Okay, so that's for the gold gifting. Now moving on, we'll proceed to the savings. Now this is our savings feature. So the way it works is you will be debited monthly a certain amount of money through Paystack or Flutterwave or Paythrough, but currently we are using Paystack. So if you create a savings plan, you'll be debited automatically every month, and this amount of money will be used to purchase gold on your behalf. And you'll be seeing your balance here. The amount of gold you saved, you'll be seeing it here. So let's proceed to create an account. So we'll be using Paystack. So I want to create an account for a new house. So I want to save towards a new house, and I want to save 10,000 Naira monthly for a duration of 6 months. You click on next, you'll be ready. Okay, here you give consent to Paystack. Now we've gotten to this point. So I would like us to also note that if you are creating a savings plan, you must always create it using the card section. This way, Paystack is able to debit you monthly and your savings plan will function as it's supposed to be. So here you input your card number and then input all the necessary details for Paystack and click pay. Once you click on pay, you've automatically created a new savings plan. And every month to be debited, and that amount of money will be automatically used to purchase goods for you, including this very first payment. This is your first payment. So now I've created a savings plan for 6 months. This is my first payment. I have 5 more payments to make. So yes, that's how our savings plans work. So yes, and here we have the transaction history. You can easily download your statement of account here. You just need to input the from date and the to dates, maybe from beginning of this month and to the end, then you click on download. Automatically your statement of account is downloaded. Here you have it. The statement of account is downloaded. So it's as easy as that. Here we have the assets page. Here you see the different assets that you have been offered: the Filoro 1 gram bar, the 10 grams bar, the 50 grams bar, the 100 grams bar, the different coins. You also have the buy button here, the sell button, the gift button. So if you don't want to gift from the dashboard, you can come to the assets page and you can gift from here. Here you also see your transactions, recent transactions. So some other features that you see here are coming soon, like the pay bills. We want to also make it possible for you to be able to pay your bills using your gold. As I said, this is transaction, this is exchange. It's also coming soon. We're also looking to introduce the card payment. We are looking to be able to offer cards to our customers. So every customer will get a gold card. You can use your gold card to make purchases online, to withdraw from POS terminals, from ATM terminals. So yes, that product is coming soon, and it will be very nice. So yes, this is all we have for now. These are the different features. We are ready to take your questions. Okay, again, let me introduce the profiles page and also talk about your KYC. So here you get your account information. In settings, you get to set your transaction code from here. So this is where you can set your transaction code from before you start your transaction, or when you start your transaction, you'll be prompted to set it. So either way, you have to set your transaction code. So about your KYC, note that you cannot do any transaction without doing your KYC. So you have to be sure to do your KYC before you start anything. So to do your KYC, you have to input your BVN details. And once you input your BVN details, you'll be redirected to our partner page through to confirm impute your BVN number, and then you'll be verified. You just want to be sure that the name you have on your BVN matches what you've imputed in our system. If it doesn't match, then you be bounced back. You get a BVN mismatch error. So be sure to put your correct names while registering and impute your correct BVN number. And after you've done your BVN, you get to do the proof of address. Here you have to fill certain account information like your personal details, your address, your bank information. Your bank information is also very important because when you do a sale, the money you've sold will be sent directly to whatever account detail you've imputed here. So I wish I could show you a proof of the payment of the sale that was done. You notice that it's done to Guarantee Trust Bank with this very account number and name. So whatever account information you do here, you put here, and ensure that it is your account information. And know that when you do a sale, your money is being sent to this very account. So that's for Tier 2 KYC. Then Tier 3 KYC, which we are about to introduce, it's called the liveness check, where you'll be prompted to show a video of your face so that we'll be sure that you are real and you are a human being. We try our best to be transparent here so that to curtail, funds and to curtail scam and all that. So we want to be sure that we are dealing with a real person, and you can also be sure that we are real and everything we do here is transparent. So that should be all for now. And We are ready to take your questions. As you can see here, you see your gold ask price and your gold bid price. So you can always look at this before you make any transactions, be it buy or sell. You can always see this here before you make any transactions. So we are ready to, you can send in your questions now. Okay, I urge on Mr. Emmanuel to please take the questions, and then I will be right back.
Again, thank you so much, Chizom, for the great way in which you have made the presentation of the new and improved platform. As you all can see, this platform will allow all of us to trade in gold immediately, basically buy investment grade gold so that we can all secure our future and secure our wealth, and of course, be able to financialize our dreams. In doing all of that, we have very great opportunity in working on a secured platform. And that secure platform, as presented, has a more user-friendly interface now, and is going to allow you not only to put your money into a gold wallet by way of buying either allocated gold in what I call pool allocated bits, or allocated gold in discrete allocated opportunities. For those who have the money, we encourage everyone to at least try to buy 1 gram of gold every year and try to save it towards your retirement. In every good country, there is a retirement savings plan. Yes, ours exists, but unfortunately is currently kept in Naira. And for anyone who has ever tried to retire against a fixed sum or lump sum payment, if you collected 50 million last year, January, and you collected 50 million Naira this year, January, and you're going to collect maybe 50 million Naira at the end of next year. If you look at the fact that inflation is at 30%, what 50 million bought 2 years ago, maybe you need 75 million Naira to do it. And what 75 million Naira will buy this year, maybe you need 100 million Naira to buy it at this same time next year. The only way you can cushion the effect of inflation is by having gold as part of your retirement plan. The only way you can also pay for certain long-term durable assets, which you know you would always need, including the repair of your health, is to put away some gold today under a gold savings plan, so that at all times you have access to gold. Gold is presented more as a long-term investment opportunity. Except, of course, you are doing volume, you are very sophisticated, then you can try to take advantage of buy gold in money and sell it in the evening. We don't present gold as a competitor to Bitcoin, neither we present gold as an alternate to Bitcoin. Gold stands as an asset class on its own, and its job is very well defined. It's to protect your wealth, and it's also protect your long-term portfolio. If you're looking for short-term assets, of course, continue to put your money in cash. That's why it's called precautionary motive. Basically, if you are looking also for quick make money today, get out tomorrow, continue to play the many games you play in the stock exchange and anyway with any other currency or short-term investment. Gold fits a long-term investment portfolio. Like they say, when the currency sinks or when the currency devalues, the only thing that will stop it from further sinking is if you have gold at the base of it. And like they always say, nobody sells the family loom. You passed a family loan from one generation to the other. Therefore, nobody also wants to dispose of his wealth. You want to protect it for lifetime and perhaps give it to the next generation. So the way you should see gold as an investment is to know that gold is the last reserve of everything that you have. You understand, in Yoruba language, they say to you, Dukia Gold, which is what asset, what wealth would you pass to your kids? The same thing in Hausa, it's the same thing in every language. Therefore, gold that we are recommending for you to invest in should be things that are held permanently or held towards very material transaction or very material opportunities. The second thing I would like to quickly educate everyone about is, we know that everyone also would like to say, how easy is it to monetize gold? It's been shown here that you can actually buy your gold and sell it, of course, if you have a need to. And that need is what we are most jealous about. We have ensured that you can do a direct transfer. We're also working with other payment platforms. We've shown you the payment platform to work through, which is Flutterwave and a few others. We're going to work with other payment platforms shortly, and of course, make further announcements as we make progress. The greatest joy that would eventually happen is that when you then have a good investment portfolio and you have a good gold wallet, you would, of course, then remember that you have a current account, you have a savings account, and you also have a gold account. And if you are lucky, you may have what they call the federal government bond account and whatever it is that your stockbroker does for you. We are hoping and praying that you don't have to go through a broker to be able to buy anything called gold. And that's why this platform is actually available as a front-facing platform for you to pay directly, own gold directly. We're also working as we speak with NIBS and of course with another card management service provider called Afrigo. And we believe that in the first quarter, second quarter of next year, you will be able to have your gold, which is stored securely in your wallet, also made available to you under a Dukia Gold Club card, which will be a debit card that you may wish to spend or wish to access your gold. So if you were to walk up to a store where you're trying to buy a TV or you're trying to save towards a fridge, freezer, a durable asset of some sort, and you want to protect your value of your cash while you make the savings, you protect it in gold, it will always be nice that when you get to that place, you're able to present that card and be able to have it on a POS or an ATM so that you can convert your gold instantly into value, which is cash, and then make your purchases. We're doing all of this just to ensure that not only would you have a better opportunity to invest, but you'll also have a better opportunity to be able to cash out and or monetize or financialize your gold if and when you require it. It would also be very useful, hopefully, by summer next year. If you are going abroad and you wanted to make purchases, why don't you start saving in gold now? Because hopefully, like it's been shown to you, Naira needs to be converted to dollar. But if you can convert Naira into gold, you don't have to worry about the currency in which you want to exit. And hopefully also, as we progress the journey with this platform and with our customers and partners who we are working with to make sure that gold becomes a better investment opportunity and a better investment asset to you, I will make sure that that works. So on behalf of all of us from Dukia Gold, I want to thank you for the quality time that you have spent, and I'll, of course, hand over to Emmanuel. But there's a little issue which I noticed sometime during the course of the question and answer that were posted. Someone being a good Nigerian and apparently gone to present this workshop as a job fair. This is not a job fair. We're not trying to recruit staff, neither are we trying to employ anybody. This is Dukia Gold, usually once a month, and we've done that consistently over the last 36 months. We've done that investment in such a way that the education, the information and communication part of which we call our IC workshops is there, is pro bono, is free. Nobody ever charges you a penny for it. Anybody who's from Dukia Gold, even if you are going to make any inquiry, please ensure that it's to a proper Dukia Gold account, whether it's our Twitter, whether it's our social media handle, it has to be proper. There's an official one, and it's Dukia Gold. If you're also sending emails and receiving emails, please don't take any personal email unless it's from Dukia Gold directly. The last one I would like to beg you is be a proper Nigerian. It's a pity that the job situation in Nigeria is dire. There are people desperate to find work, and sometimes they are paying wrong people to go and look for job. This is not a job fair. This is an IEC program. We are on top of whoever did that. I've just told the cybersecurity team in the office to work on it. We know the name of the person as we speak. We have his phone number now. The EFCC will track him down, and we would continue to give you feedback about whatever it is. We would get you his photograph also, and I want to thank everybody for their patience while we were trying to resolve that. But I think the essence of it is not to worry ourselves about that. We have definitely shown you that this is an IEC program regarding investment in gold as an asset. I'll therefore pass the microphone back to Emmanuel so that he can address the issues concerning the platform and investment in gold as an asset. Again, thank you all for your kindness. I also personally thank Mr. Agbemiga Ogunleye, a very old, established friend. We grew up in Bodija together as one of the most renowned journalists in Nigeria. And I thank you also for stepping in to assure everybody that this platform is safe, this training program is free, and everything about us is above board. Again, we report to EFCC because we are AML compliant, we are SCUMU compliant, and your KYC will not be compromised, and all our assets are kept with brinks, and therefore we don't have any issue. Our platform is also secure and intact and meets with every standard set by the cybersecurity team in accordance with the international expectation of everyone that trades on an e-commerce or m-commerce platform. I hand over to my colleague.
Thank you so much, Chairman, for addressing the complaints. I noticed that people cannot send messages directly in the chat, so they're sending it to me via the direct message, but I'll address each and every one of them. Tayo actually asks, if someone purchases a bar of gold, can it be physically obtained? Absolutely. If you want your gold to actually be physically obtained, you just contact us and we'll schedule your transport. It's safely stored, and most people, 90% of people who use Dukia Gold prefer to have it on their phone. So because of portability and ease. But if you want yours to be physically delivered to you, definitely just contact us and we'll follow it up.
Gold that we sell, just to complement, every gold that we sell is referred to as allocated gold. Allocated gold means that the gold bar exists and is in your name because it also has a number, a chassis number. So for instance, if you buy 1 kg of gold, and I'll ask Chisom to please help me scroll down so that we can see 1 bar of gold. At the bottom of it, there will be the gold number, and there will be the make and model and the year of manufacture with a certificate. So for instance, if you then buy 1 kg of gold and you say you want it for Christmas, what will happen is that you make the purchases, you complete it all. And once it's completed, the allocated gold is then kept in your own vault, in your allocated gold vault position. If it's kept until you make a demand for it. When you make a demand for it, you go on this same web page or this same platform, you fill out the necessary details, and then the shipment begins. The shipment is not handled by us, it's handled by Brinks and an accredited Brinks airline. They bring it in from Zurich, Switzerland. When it gets into Nigeria, of course, you are contacted. Because you are the owner, you are the one importing it, you'll be responsible directly for the customs issues that are surrounded. And of course, you'd also be responsible for the final transportation from the so-called airport delivery points to your designated address. One thing that we have also insisted on is for anyone who wishes to take delivery, we are thorough about our KYC. Your photograph will be cross-matched, your address must be cross-matched, and your signature at point of delivery must be cross-matched. And that is no longer difficult in Nigeria today, because buying KFC, you can deliver it to your house. Buying anything from Jumia, from Gigi, from China, it can be delivered to your house. So don't worry yourself. Anyone who has bought any asset called gold can also have it delivered to his address, provided, of course, that the address that we are delivering it to is the registered address, and the person that we are delivering it to is the registered person. We will not take gold and deliver it to a third party, no, because under our provenance program, we must know where your gold left, know where your gold went through, and make sure that the chain of custody is not compromised, and that when you get your gold, you are sure that it's gold that you ordered for that we receive. I must add one aspect of it. If you get tired of holding gold, of course, you may wish to bring it back. But when you bring it back, the same way we test and show you that the gold that we gave to you is 99% pure, we will test again that that gold we are receiving back from you is also 99% pure and is basically intact. When you bring it back for us to do the test, of course, we will charge you for testing it. And the testing, again, depends on the nature and extent of the test that needs to be carried out. But it's all part of what they call the value chain of ensuring that your gold is your gold and your gold is delivered. And if you need to sell it back physical or whatever. Most people, like Emmanuel said, have opted to say, because I'm going to sell it one day, I'm going to use it for transaction purposes, I do not need to hold it while you vault it. You are then again charged a vaulting fee. It's not to us. Our vaulting fee is primarily to Brinks, and that Brinks is a third-party accredited vaulting service provider, even to the central banks of the world, China, Asia, banks, HSBC, NatWest, all keep their gold with with Brinks, and therefore we're happy to also be allowed to keep our gold with Brinks, and we're very grateful that people who have bought and who have enjoyed the services are quite comfortable with it. Thank you.
Oluwaremilekun has been raising her hand, so I've indicated her to unmute and make a question. Please, if you have more questions, please drop all in the chat concerning the new platform. Please log on to it.
Is it Oluwafunke?
Yes, you can speak.
Okay.
Your
Thank
hand
you very much for the information and the education. Well, some of it has, in the course of things after I raised my hand, has been addressed. But the question I ask is that, are they going to that we can, in case we want to go over it, is there a way we can do that?
Ma'am, can you come again? I didn't get your question.
I said, okay. If we want to, go over what we've been taught now and how to assess this investment, this investment information. So how do we do that? Is it possible for you to what do I say now? To drop it for us on the platform so that we can easily go over it and make our decision. That's one. Yeah. Then secondly, I've been trying to register. I did it halfway with your old platform. I hope that this new platform will allow me to go through it, because I tried to transfer the money, but I couldn't. And at a stage I called and I was told that the platform had easy. But when the platform was adjusted, I was not informed any longer. So I don't know if going through the new platform, because I tried again to register, but I still wasn't able. I logged in my my
Okay.
email address, and he said
All
he's
right.
already taken.
I'll
And
take
I don't
I'll
understand.
take that
So
I'll take that question,
I
ma'am.
don't know if I
I'll
could
take
have
that
a
question.
personalized.
Yeah. So there, for your type of customer and for the quality of your customer, we will transfer you to a help desk, and we'll transfer you to a responsible officer who would, of
Okay.
course, work with you personally to ensure that all your needs are met.
Okay, thank
One of the
you.
reasons why we migrated to this new platform is that we found out that a few people had challenges in going through the KYC registration process all by themselves. They needed a help desk to take them through. Hopefully that help desk is better managed now. That help desk is also easier to access. But more importantly, the
Okay.
user interface is there. No information about you is lost by us. Every information, whether it's partial or completed, is kept. And most people who say they cannot do it is because they don't usually remember the password with which they came the first time, or they logged in 2-3 times and then we basically log you out. Yes, challenges do exist, not from us, but most of the time from our service provider. Either there's an outage of internet and or whatever it is that is happening. But the platform has been stable now for 18 months. Again, while we move from the old one to this new one, the old one will still be useful, available live for the next 6 months. And therefore, you will be able to work either on the new platform or on the old platform. Because you are an existing customer, you have your old registration, we would work with you to complete it. And then we'll safely migrate you to this one that then allows you to do more things rather than just buy and sell gold, because this one is the one that will allow you to own a card and do quite a lot of things. The most important part is that everybody wants access to the video and the training pack. Not only is this training pack available to you, it will be available at all times on our web page, especially to our registered customers. So you'll get a link that allows you to download the video, and then you can watch it safely over and over again on your platform at your own convenience. And if you also have friends or family that you also wanted to, of course, they can watch it with you, like a YouTube channel, basically. That's what this looks like. The second one I just need to add quickly is that apart from watching it as video and stuff, we have also stored now all of our training program over the last 36 months, basically, so that not only is the episode that you are watching today available to you, other episodes before now are available to you. And we believe that as we make it more and more available, life will become more meaningful and comfortable for everyone to get fully informed, fully educated about what gold, why gold. But the critical one that we have pride ourselves with now is the fact that we have a very active, frequently asked question. Reason is simple. 99% of Nigerians who are alive today, below the age of 60, grew up knowing cash and knowing savings account, a bit of buying stocks, a little about buying federal government bond as the investment portfolio. So therefore, if you ask most people, they will tell you 80% of my money is in cash, 20% of it is in stocks. I'm comfortable. When you then say, where is it? They say it's in savings, in fixed deposit, in long-term deposits, in commercial paper, monetary instruments. So we are beginning to find that we need to re-educate a lot of Nigerians to get informed about the other opportunities for investment in gold. And what we're doing is, of course, asking you to consider that if you currently have 100% portfolio assets, not including gold, if you take that balance of that portfolio, say it's 100 million, try and shift 30 million of it into gold, because it's best that you do so given the vagaries of the economy and the risk that we have associated with inflation, uncertainties, and co. We're not telling you to sell your 100, but we're saying as you buy or wish to invest into new assets to complement your portfolio, allocate a large chunk of it to gold so that you can catch up and do what you need to do. Again, you don't have to buy gold in one fell swoop. Make it a regular habit. We know people who buy 5,000 naira worth of gold every day. Rather than paying a job, they put their job into gold, 5,000. We know people who are buying gold every week, so that when they finish the week, rather than buying Coca-Cola, buying beer, and basically saying, what did I use my money for this week? They buy 50,000, they buy 100,000 naira worth of gold, and that helps them. We know people now who have also said to themselves, I earn a salary, is 200,000. I'm going to force myself to make a savings. I used to put it in naira. At the end of the day, to be 120,000 naira when it's December, when I check what 120,000 will buy, is not worth my while. They found that if they put it in gold, hopefully, if gold continues to increase, even though they only put 10,000 at the beginning of the year and another 10,000 in February and so on and so forth, the net effect of it is that maybe when they cash, they not only get 120,000, but they get 120,000 plus the appreciation in the value of gold and perhaps the adjustment from the devaluation of the currency, which maybe is leaving them with something like 200, 240,000, as the case may be at the end of the year. So everybody is beginning to see that gold can be bought, yes, in large chunk, in small chunk. It will be allocated gold, it will be in your name. It's deliverable to you, but delivery terms and conditions, of course, exist, and you can always see it in the frequently asked questions. And basically, everybody should be clear that gold is your friendly investment. I'll leave you again with Emmanuel, but you'll get a call shortly after this so that they can take you through and get everything resolved on your account. I apologize for the delay in making that happen.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Definitely, ma. I've been going through the. They said, "Oh, thank God." Igwe asks, "Can gold be easily converted to shares?" Absolutely. From our new platform, you can see a way to actually convert your gold back to cash. Maria Sunday is raising up her hand.
Okay. While Maria is trying to unmute, I just want to let you know that not only can you convert your gold back into cash, very soon, very, very soon, you would have a debit card in your hand, basically saying you can debit my gold account based on authorization that you receive. So if you were to say to yourself, I have 1 gram of gold, maybe which is over 200,000 today, and you wish to buy maybe food in a restaurant or perhaps pay for any service, 50,000, you don't have to scratch your head and call us or whatever. Present that card, it's a debit card. It will basically be read off the POS, just like a Naira or a dollar card is going to be written, and everybody can go in with it. So basically, everything is done. Again, everybody would like to know under what portfolio are we working? We're an extremely regulated organization, so that you know we're SEC compliant. We are MMSD, which is the Ministry of Mines and Solid Minerals Development compliant. Of course, we are AML, which is anti-money laundering, SCUMO compliant. That means that you must be compliant with the EFCC. You also have to be compliant with the Nigerian Police Force, especially the anti-money laundering and the one that deals with Interpol and, of course, terrorist financing. So we report also to everyone so that you are able to be sure that if you come to us, your KYC is the same standard of KYC which obtains in a bank or banking transaction, and everything about us is easy for you to audit. The most important part, which I also need to let you know, is that we source our gold from a provenance program that tells us what mine did the gold come from, what process did it go through in leaving the mines for the refinery, and what process did it go through in getting from the refinery to the vault. All of that is called chain of custody. So we are LBMA, WGC, MMSD chain of custody compliant. We obey all of the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And indeed, we are very certain that as we continue to serve you better, we would continue to, of course, comply not only with ESG and CSR issues, we would also be very, very corporate, responsible citizens in ensuring that you have a safe, secure platform that meets every international standards.
Okay, sir. Now, Karen asked, what's the equivalent of 1 gram in 1 gram? So can you please share your screen and go to the allocated calculator where you can actually type a number and see the equivalent in cash.
Okay.
So please, can you share your screen?
So while Chisholm calls up our screen, this question comes up every time. So it's important that we again spend maybe 2 minutes on it. The first thing that you must know is that the price of gold can never be fixed by Dukia Gold. The price of gold is an international price, which is advised by a group of market fixers that call them, they make the market, which is called the London Bullion Market Association. They set the price of gold twice, AM and the PM price. And I'll let Paul talk to that eventually. When they've set the price, we take that price as the base price. And of course, then make sure that because every trade in Nigerian Naira under the CBN Act, again, somebody said that we compliant, we have to be compliant with the Ministry of Trade. We also have to be compliant with the Central Bank of Nigeria. So even though gold has an international price, whether it's dollar or pound, we are only allowed to sell it in Naira, and therefore we present gold to you in Naira. And if you were to then say, how do I know I'm competitive? You can always open up any other platform that tries to sell gold internationally and compare prices. We know it's very, very competitive. And the more important one is that we're local to you. We are able to also serve you locally. And of course, if you wish to sell back or buy back or have physical delivery or take your physical delivery back to us, we're local to you. So all those are put in the convenience. I would let Chisholm show you two things: how much a physical gold costs and what a 1 gram or a 1 kilogram physical costs. But if you don't have money to buy one physical allocated gold that can be delivered to you, you can always become a part owner of that kilogram or 1 gram bar, as the case may be. And Chisholm, over to you.
So Chisholm, please just go to the pool allocated calculator where you can show how, if you input a direct value, you will see the equivalent. Chisholm.
Okay, I will do that shortly. So first off, I want to show you the bars. This is the current price of 1 gram of Filo gold bar. This is the current price of 10 grams, 50 grams, and so on. So now I will show you with the pool allocated calculator the price of 1 gram at the moment.
While Chisholm is doing that, the price of the bar that you have seen may be heavy for someone, 200,000 plus. So if you don't have up to 200,000 plus, and all you have is 5,000, basically what you are saying is, I pray I'm able to buy 1 gram, but while I'm saving up for 1 gram, let me buy part of that gram. And if you look at it like the way that you look at a crate of Coca-Cola, so you wish to buy a crate of Coca-Cola, but if you don't have money for the crate, you can always buy 1 bottle. So what you're doing is they're taking 1 out of maybe 12 bottles or 24 bottles. Same thing in gold. You can take a fraction of a bar of gold, say half, a fraction of a gram or a fraction of a kilogram, as the case may be. And as you make it up, of course, one day prayerfully to become 1 gram. And then you can then say, okay, convert me from a pool allocated into a discrete owner of a bar of gold. So in the pool allocated, many people own 1 bar, but your name is known. The amount of that bar that you own is also kept in a discrete ledger, and therefore that ledger is tracked and traced, and your account, of course, is understood. And the same way, maybe you go to a bank and you write a check for 10,000. They bring your 10,000 out of a bundle of maybe 1,000 naira notes. They count 10 for you, but the bank still keeps the balance of that so-called batch of currency. The second person comes and writes a check for maybe 25,000. Again, they take out of it and give to you. If you all bring it back to the bank, they, of course, will merge it together and keep it in storage for you. That's what this gold is about. Chisholm, over to you.
Okay, so this is a pool allocated calculator. So as our chairman said, in case you are still saving up for 1 gram of gold, which currently is worth 208,400. 208,400. So if you can't afford this at the moment, you can always check. So first off, you switch here, then can input 5,000, and you see what it's equivalent in grams. So if you don't have 200 and something thousand now, you might have 5,000, you might have 10,000. So by the time you keep buying in this small quantities, before you know it, you already have 1 gram. So yes, this is it.
How long?
The
So you can
other
always
thing
use
that
the
you do, Chisholm, just allow me 1 minute to interject. The other thing that you can do really is to set up a standing order. Because if you earn a salary of 1 million, you always say to yourself, I will put away 100,000 every month. And basically that 100,000 can be done like a check of due, the same way you pay automatically for your pension fund or whatever. Or you're trying to save up for summer, or you're trying to save up for Christmas, or you're trying to save up for paying school fees. You can put away 100,000 every month or every season or over every transaction under a standing order. Everything goes into the pool allocated, and that pool allocated calculator is something that can work in your favor. Chisholm.
How long?
Okay, so here you have the different prices of the same pool allocated. You have the one worth of 10,000, 15,000, and 20,000 naira. But aside from that, you just know that anytime, any day, you can come to the pool allocated calculator, impute the amount of money you have. You feel like you want to purchase good, just impute it here. Then you see your weight in grams, then you buy good. It's very straightforward and simple.
All right, thank you so much, Chisom, for addressing that. I've looked through the chat and most of the questions have been answered. So I don't think there's any more that we haven't addressed.
Okay. Every question will continuously be addressed, and we have an open platform now. Our various social media handles are more active now, especially because we were busy upgrading to this new platform over the last 18 months. It's my job to thank everyone who has made it happen. Let Emmanuel again handle that. Like they say, how long will it take for to get my gold if I want to withdraw? Okay, so there are two ways to withdraw, like this joke. If all you want to do is sell your gold this moment, if you bought your gold in the morning, God forbid, and you had an emergency, you understand, you'll get your gold instantly. Chisholm just showed you, and I would ask her to re-show us, if you bought gold now and you wanted to sell it back almost instantaneously, you are able to do it. Yes, of course, certain restrictions exist. You can only buy gold if it is you and your KYC is known, and we can only buy gold back from you if we also have your KYC. So it's not as if somebody walks up to us from Oshodi and says that he wants to whatever. So, yeah. So, but if you want to get your gold from Brinks, from storage, again, let me repeat it. If you have 1 gram of gold, you've been shown it will cost you 200,000, for instance. It will be stored for you in Brinks. You go in to fill your gold delivery form, and basically there is a very detailed FAQ which has actually addressed how you buy and you get gold delivered to you. Chisholm Manayo, do you want to take us through that? Okay, so while Chisholm is trying to call up, I just would again say to you how it works so that you are clear. When you buy your gold and it's been allocated into your vaulting position, you go back to our site and you go and click deliver gold for me. That is there. You fill out your delivery address, you fill out your request, everything is treated almost instantaneously. We will then make a request with you and through your approval to Brinks to send the gold to you. There is a flight that leaves Europe every day, whether it's in the morning or in the night. So if, for instance, you made your request PM, of course, you'll be treated in the morning. If you made your request AM, again, you'll be treated in the evening, and hopefully, therefore, we know it will take about 24 hours to fly into Nigeria. Again, we don't control one thing called customs, but because it's a precious metal, and quite a few things about the protocol of precious metals does not allow you to waste time in an airport. We think you can get that one sorted out upon arrival within an hour or two. Once it's done, delivery can therefore be done by surface transport if it is Lagos. Of course, if it's in Abuja, yes. But it's always a challenge when I now say I live in Maiduguri and I want physical delivery in Maiduguri, or I live in Port Harcourt, I want physical delivery in Port Harcourt. You then have to add the local logistics to it. But if you are living in Lagos, that's easy to do. People who are looking forward to Valentine, for instance, can order their own pretty early, pay for it, and then we will batch it so that hopefully everything will come in one batch and then it can go. But usually everything permitted, within 7 days, you should be able to take physical delivery of your gold once your documentation and your KYC, including payment for the transportation and logistics, is properly taken care of. Again, please visit the frequently asked questions and go through the platform. You will see the process for taking physical delivery of your gold. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Chair. I hope that question was actually answered. Now, it said, is there an app or must it be direct from the website? All our transactions are directly done on the website. We are launching an app soon, but for now, since we just launched this new platform, we are going to do all direct transactions via the website. And forthcoming, we'll be launching an app where you can do it directly on your device.
Okay, so just to clarify, this is a web that is actually optimized for use on your mobile phone. And the reason why we're using a direct web HTTP is such that safety and security is best enhanced at this time. But of course, as we all get better enabled and better optimized, yes, everybody's been clamoring for a wedge, which will basically stick on your mobile phone that allows you to launch easy. But we've made this also fairly easy, and it's been fully optimized so that whatever it is that you need, you can do on your so-called handheld device. You can do it on your palm devices, and you can also do it on your laptops and on your mainframe and or computers, desktop computers. It works. It will continue to work. Eventually, then we'll ask questions about Android and iOS. Again, that will come as part of the further optimizations for it. But the first job we have here is to stabilize, make sure it's safe for you, make sure we are safe altogether. And the better place to perform that is to ensure that we stay in a very stable domain, which is the web, and make sure that that web is properly ring-fenced at the highest level of corporate governance. Again, don't forget, gold is new as an investment asset in Nigeria. Especially investment-grade gold, is not new to most women. We carry bangles, earrings, wristwatch, everything. The physical gold has always been part of the life of every typical Nigerian. What we're saying now is find a more convenient way of holding gold, find a more convenient way of accessing gold, find a more convenient way of when you need to dispose of it, when you need to sell it, when you need to enhance the value of what you have bought, it becomes very, very easy. And you don't need to travel to an office to buy. You don't need, of course, to let anybody know when you want to buy. You can always go in the comfort of your bedroom or privacy of your office or your car and say, look, I'm buying gold, and nobody needs to know that you have bought. It's private to you. It's a deal that you have done. But at all times also, if you need to sell, there's always the fact that that sales can take place. And I'm certain that Chisom will show you again how to buy, how to sell gold without any hassle. Again, I hand over back to Emmanuel.
All right. Chisom, they had a question concerning the transaction charges. So Chisom will address that and other related complaints. Chisom, the mic is yours.
Okay, so considering the charges, the major charge that we can talk about is the paystack charge, and that's only if you want to fund your account using paystack. As you can see, there are two options there. You either fund your account through bank transfer, where you make the bank transfer, then you click on I've transferred the money. This forwards a deposit request to us, and we approve this deposit request once we've seen the credit alert of your transaction. Then we can now approve and your money will be credited to you. So aside that doesn't incur any charge, but if it's for paystack, yes, there are regular paystack charges. Also, and yes, paystack is way faster than the bank, because as you saw how we did it, it's credited to account immediately. Unlike bank transfer that would probably take some time before we get the alert. So aside from that, we also have the gifting charge, which I showed everyone here when I did the gifting. You'll be charged a certain amount in gold when you're doing gifting. Also, I would like us to note that for the sale, for individual accounts, you cannot sell goods more than 100,000 naira. You cannot sell goods worth more than 100,000 naira. But for corporate accounts, you have a 1 million. So, and you cannot sell less than 10,000 naira. I want to be sure that I put this out there. But for every other charge, we try to be as transparent as possible. Yeah, and if you want to sell more than that 100,000, you can just simply contact us using any of our emails, either support@Dukia Precious Metals or sales@Dukia Precious Metals, and we'll do well to respond to you in time. So that's basically it for the charges.
Thank you, Chisom, for addressing the question regarding charges. Again, everything we have done is to make sure that if you are to compare gold as an investment and you look at the charges of also acquiring the same quantity of investment, perhaps on the stock exchange, or the same quantity of investment, perhaps as a federal government bond or any other kind of debt instrument, the overall cost of acquisition on this platform is very, very competitive. If I make bold, will always be cheaper. So that if you are truly comparing and saying to yourself, I want to deal in gold, then you are sure that you are not going to a stockbroker or a broker of any sort. So you are not paying double commission or triple commission to anyone. And because you are not doing that, you save yourself the brokerage fee. The second one, which Chisom has also shown you, is we also give you options. You can either transfer money directly using a direct debit transfer from your bank account, and that goes through NIBS and everything is kosher. But because we live in a much more enhanced world, everyone uses paystack, Flutterwave, or whichever one. And we believe that, yes, it will become more and more optimal for you. We'll continue to work with our payment solution partner to make sure that the cost at which you come in is better optimized than any other that you will have if you are buying or using their services for other things when we scale up to volume. For us to get there, we need patronage, we need commitment from our partners and stakeholders, and of course from the customers, because the only way we can help us get a cheaper price is if we also can get you to convince yourself to invest more of your asset in gold so that we can all get a better enhanced value for it. Every benefit we get is transferred to you, basically, because we believe that the future for all of us is to have an investment portfolio of minimum 30% of your portfolio in gold. And if you do that and keep it over 4, 5, 10 years, 20 years, it will be of great benefit to you as a person, as a family. And of course, it will be of great benefit to Nigeria, also in managing its portfolio, either of the foreign exchange that we have. I should let you know that Nigeria has in excess of 23 tons of gold in its pocket. It's kept with the central bank. And that value helps the Nigerian government every month, because if 23 million was bought, say, at $1,000 tons, and is currently valued at excess of $2,600, $2,700. The capital gain in between that 1,000 and 2,700 is 1,700. If you multiply that by 1,000 by 23, and again multiplied by whatever current exchange rate, you will see that whatever happens, it enhances the valuation of the reserve of even the central bank. We know also from Basel II, Basel III, as we speak today, that one day very soon, all banks in Nigeria will wake up to the clear realization that the best way to keep even their own reserve is to put it in gold rather than leave it in Nigerian Naira cash or in dollar cash. And hopefully when that happens, it will only enhance the value of the gold that you have also bought as an individual. It will also become one day soon when gold is accepted as a collateral, and the best way of accepting as a collateral is if you have it in a platform like this, where yes, you can say I'm borrowing money against it, and of course someone can come back and say I want to put a pledge or whatever against it. We have what they call an LEI, a legal identity identifier for the products. We are very, very, very SCUML, SEC, ministry compliant. We don't play with that. And at all times, we will continue to remain above board in making sure that we are the premier, the safest, the most secure, and of course, the most customer-friendly and customer user-friendly interface for you to acquire your metals as we go forward. On this happy note, I think it's joyful for me to say that we have spent 2 hours, 6 minutes. We started at 12. We did, of course, have a small delay trying to wait for everybody, but I'm really impressed that most people have held on till now. And I want to personally thank the organizers who've made this work. We're very proud of all the effort that has gone in. I want to wish you all a very happy Christmas, a very Merry Christmas, and a most happy and prosperous New Year. The only thing I would like to say again is, please remind yourself the economy will continue to have inflation until first they must catch up with inflation, arrest inflation, and then bring inflation down. Those 3 steps require some time and a lot of good effort on the administration, and they're trying, in all fairness. We have to find a way of making sure the Naira gets more stable, and the only way to do that is earn more dollar, get a better economy. Again, they need to first chase that again, arrest it, and then ensure that they unleash. While they're doing that over the next 6 to 12 months, the country, the currency, the world will continue to have its own challenges. We think that it's best for you to, like they say in Yoruba, yaren sense. Just borrow yourself some degree of common sense, figure it out and say, where is it best to keep a bit of my money? Please store a bit of your wealth, 30% of it at the minimum in gold. You'll be glad you did when you look back at 365 days in time. Again, those who took this advice last year can easily vouch, attest to the fact that they have done in excess of 130, 144%, depending on when they came in. So the question is, when do I start? Don't worry about what happened last year. It's gone. Worry about what will happen next year. Buy gold today. There's a prediction, which we strongly believe, that gold would reach $3,000 an ounce in the coming year by December, if not more. There's a better prediction that it will get to 3,500 by year 2026, 2027. And therefore, we are confident that any investment in gold should head in the general direction of appreciation. And if it does, the Naira stays the same, just the valuation gain based on the valuation gain in dollar makes sense. Again, because the dollar will strengthen, it makes sense to put it in gold so that even if the dollar strengthens, that gold would ensure that you don't have to go and look for more Naira to buy the dollar because you'll be at a parity ratio with the dollar. The last one I will need to say again is by buying gold, you are helping the Nigerian economy because gold is physically available in Nigeria, under the grounds of Nigeria. The challenge is to buy gold that has genuine provenance that can go into the investment grade market. That's what we do as a specialty. That's what we have also done to make sure that life becomes easy for all of us. And we look forward honestly, genuinely, to continue our interaction by way of many IECs, seminars, workshops, trainings, announcements in the new year. Once again, I wish you a happy new year and a most prosperous Christmas. Please buy gold, visit the new Dukia Precious Metals.co site and do whatever you need to do to ensure that you protect yourself and your family. More important, protect your wealth as we go for the new year. Once again, I thank you, and Emmanuel, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Chairman, for attending all the questions and wrapping this conversation up. The message to the new platform is on the site, so we implore you to actually go through it and register and actually begin to invest in gold. I'll just call upon the managing director, Mrs. Olabi, to actually wrap the whole presentation up. Also, if we have the chief operating, I also call up the chief operating officer, Mr. Paul Beasley, to actually just make a comment. While he's coming up, I'll hand over the mic to the managing director.
Sorry, Emmanuel, I think Paul has an issue with his mic, so he may not be able to speak. Thank you, everyone. I hope you've had a very insightful time on the platform today, and we look forward to having you on board. And then I must thank our existing customers. I've seen a number of them who have been very, very diligent in investing, and we hope that you continue to reap the benefits of the gold trade, and that we appreciate you, and we couldn't have achieved all this without your constant feedback, and that has helped us. And I would say thank you to everyone who has joined us today. We look forward to your onboarding, and it's the starting point usually is the KYC, where you have to provide all those details regarding your proof of address, your identity, your profiled account, and those are the things that allow you to be onboarded to commence transactions. But I would also like to say that we are open to give further clarifications if there are other things that you need, any assistance, please contact us, and we'll gladly respond to you on time. Thank you, everyone, and we look forward to further feedback from you. So this is not only the time we're going to hear from you. You will also get copies of the presentation, and I will say thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, MD, for giving the closing remark. I also want to especially thank Mrs. Shola for giving up a very detailed feedback on the new platform. She said it's all encompassing and more simplified, that we are coming soon actually to use the card to buy and trade. Thank you so much, Mr. Mishola, for giving that amazing feedback. And Merry Christmas to everyone. And we hope to see you giving us feedback and using the platform to actually invest and trade in gold. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, Nigeria. Merry Christmas to all stakeholders. Merry Christmas, especially to our customers. We're supposed to be sending Christmas gifts. The only way we can reach you is if we know you are a Dukia customer. So please do ensure that you register, and we will try as hard as possible to reach out to you for your Christmas and New Year gift via the platform. I will keep that a little secret, but you may be able to get some gold or metal into your pocket, in your wallet, when we see what you are currently holding. We're working out that, and we'll try to make sure that everyone who uses the new platform to buy, to store gold, is of course giving a commensurate Christmas and New Year gift or reward. So we look forward to your immediate registration today. We look forward also to your patronage using that platform to buy. We also look forward to gifting you something that would say to you, we recognize you as a customer and we appreciate your patronage, especially from today going forward on the new platform. So congratulations, Merry Christmas, and congratulations to Dukia Gold for this successful product launch. I thank all the IT team for the extremely diligent work they've done. I also thank the marketing team also for the work they've done so far. Now the work really begins, because you've got to educate the whole world, and you've got to keep your education and information and communication and marketing simple, so that there's no mixed communication. We will also continue to watch out for people who are typically wanting to take advantage of innovation, so that there is no devious character within the messaging system. But all is well, all will continue to be well. I look forward to talking to you in the new year and to providing you more feedback, better announcements, better enhancement of the product, and of course, praying to God that God will give us a better year next year, a better trading year, and a better and a safe and a prosperous country called Nigeria. Congratulations. Happy New Year.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. The meeting has come to an end. Thank you so much, our customers. Thank you, the managing director. Thank you, chairman. And thank you for participating in this webinar. Our chief operating officer for Beasley would have loved for it to speak, but tech just seems to work on. Thank you, everyone, for participating. Thank you.